Hi, I'm Johnny with Balloon Animals Palm Beach, and today I'm going to show you how to make a witch balloon. You are going to need 3 black 260s, 1 orange 260, 1 blush 260, 1 orange 160, 1 black 6-inch quick link. And if you want to do the pumpkin that she's holding, the jack-o'-lantern, then you need an orange 350 scrap. This one is about 11 fingers long, and a green 260 scrap about 8 fingers long. Grab your blush 260 and inflate it so you have about a 9 or 10 finger tail. Make a small pinch twist. Make about a 4 or 5 finger bubble. Make a small pinch twist. So that's what you have so far. Now you're just going to draw the balloon back across from this side and wrap it into the pinch twist on the opposite side. Draw the balloon back across from this side, wrap it into the pinch twist on the opposite side. And one more time, you're going to draw the balloon across from this side, wrap it into the pinch twist on the opposite side. So now you have 4 bubbles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get rid of the extra. You want to save this. We're going to use this for her nose. Tie that off. Grab your orange 260 and inflate it so you have about an 8 finger tail. Then you're going to make a 6 finger bubble and twist that into one of the pinch twists. Then you want to just draw the balloon across to the opposite side, twist it into the pinch twist over there. Now you're going to go ahead and draw it back across and twist it into the pinch twist on the opposite side. Then you want to draw it back across again and twist it into the pinch twist on the opposite side. Then you just want to make a 6 finger bubble, same size as this one, and get rid of the extra. Tie that off. So this is her head so far. Grab your black 260 and inflate it so you have about a 7 finger tail. Make a pinch twist. Make an 8 finger bubble. Make another pinch twist. Now what you want to do is grab your next black 260 and inflate it so you have about a 7 finger tail. Make a pinch twist. Then you're going to take your other balloon that you've already done some pinch twists in, and you're going to do an 8 finger bubble. Wrap that into the pinch twist on the other black 260. Now see, this is the one that you started with. This is the one we're working on now. So it's the longer one. You're going to do an 8 finger bubble in that one and wrap it into the pinch twist over here. So that way you have these 2 balloons coming out on opposite sides of this triangular shape. Okay, so now you'll notice that one of these is longer than the other. You're going to take the longer one, make a 1 finger bubble. Then you're going to make a bubble that's just slightly smaller than this one. So this one was 8 fingers, so this one's probably about 7 finger bubble, maybe a little more. And a 1 finger bubble in this balloon. Then you're just going to twist those together because we're making a basic flat weave. Bring this balloon back across, make a bubble the same size as this one. Then you're just going to twist those in place. So that is what you should have so far. Notice how it's just slightly smaller than the other one. Okay, now this one's a little bit longer, so we'll make a 1 finger bubble. Then we're gonna make a bubble that's just slightly smaller than this one. Make a 1 finger bubble in this balloon. Twist this one around it. Bring it back across and make a bubble the same size as the one you just made. Then you want to twist those 2 bubbles in place. Now this one's a little bit longer, so we're going to make a 1 finger bubble. Then you want to make a bubble that's just slightly smaller than this one. Make a 1 finger bubble in this balloon. Twist this balloon around this balloon. Then you bring this balloon back across, make a bubble the same size as that one. Twist these 2 bubbles in place. Now this one's a little bit longer, so I'm going to make a 1 finger bubble in this one. And a little tiny bubble just smaller than this one right here. Make a 1 finger bubble in this balloon. Wrap this balloon around this one. Make a bubble the same size as that. Twist these 2 balloons in place. Now since this one has a little bit more space, I actually have a little tip on this one. I'm going to get rid of this and tie it off, and I'm going to use this as the top of her hat. So the way I'm going to use this as the top of her hat is I'm just going to push this in between these 2 bubbles right here. Just going to squish some of the air out and tuck it down in so that the friction holds it in place and it keeps it centered. Now this part is a little bit longer than I like. I think that this size is a little better, so I'm gonna see if I can let a little bit of air out. Okay, so this is her hat. Grab your orange 160 and inflate it so you have about a 10-finger tail. Grab the head. This is the front, this is the back. So just pick one side and wrap the nozzle into the blush pinch twist. Pull it forward. Draw it across the top to wherever you want the part in her hair. I did it in the center. I'm going to do this one in the center. So I got a nice little twist there. Then you're going to pull this back across and wrap it into this pinch twist on the opposite side. See, now it's coming out right about this section. So you have 1, 2, 3 of your 260 orange bubbles. It's in between 2 and 3. I'm going to grab the hat. This is the back of the hat. This point of the triangle. This is the front of the hat. So I'm going to go ahead and position the front where I want it and hold that in place with this hand. With this hand, I'm going to measure where the back would land. And I want to pull this 160 pretty tight to really pin this in place. So once I know where that's at, then I'm just going to go ahead, I can let go, and I'm going to wrap this orange 160 into the black pinch twist. Now I'm going to pull this across nice and tight and wrap it into this blush pinch twist on the opposite side. Then you just want to pull this up, pull the 160 pretty tight, and wrap it into this black pinch twist. Then you just tuck this orange 160 down inside the hat. Pull it across her head to this blush pinch twist, wrap it in so it has something to anchor on, so you can pull it tight and wrap it into this black pinch twist. And that should help position her hat on her head. Get rid of the extra. Tie that off. So mine came out a little crooked. This one came out really well. I don't know why. One's crooked, one's not. But hopefully you'll figure it out. Take your blush 260 scrap, and you just want a little puff of air at the very tip. So that she has a nice tiny little nose. Unless you want to give her a big nose. Witches sometimes have big noses. And then you're going to tuck, you have a nice tail and a little bubble. You're going to tuck that in between these two bubbles, and then you're going to pull it out the bottom in between these two bubbles. So you push it in these two. And you pull it out these two. Grab your black 6-inch quick link, inflate it all the way. So mine's coming out to about 15 fingers. Basically, it's just fully inflated. Grab your last black 260, inflate it till you have about a 7-finger tail. Make a pinch twist. Make a second pinch twist. Make one more pinch twist. Nah. Just make 2 pinch twists. Then you're going to take the nozzle of your quick link and you're going to wrap it into these 2 pinch twists. You want to bring it down about 1/3 of the way. That's where you want to put the elbow. So you just bend the balloon and pull on it, and that puts a bend in it. Then you want to hold it in place and measure to where the center of the balloon is. That's where you're going to put her hands. Make 2 pinch twists. Then you want to make a bubble the same size as this one for her other arm. I made another bend. And now I'm going to wrap this into these 2 black pinch twists. And now I'm going to make a 1-finger bubble. Get rid of the extra. Try to save as much of this as you can. So now you have a little 1-finger bubble, 2 pinch twists in her arms. You just adjust it so that the 2 pinch twists are in front and the 1-finger bubble's in the back. And that helps hold her arms in front like this. Grab your black 260 scrap and just inflate it so you have a little tail on each end. Then you're going to take and tie those 2 tails together. So you have a circle. And then you're just going to turn that circle into 2 either loops or pedal twists, depending on how big of a scrap you have left. On this one, I made her arms smaller, so I had nice 2 loops for her feet. On this one, her arms are bigger, so I just have 2 pedal twists for her feet. I'm gonna take the other end of the quick link and wrap it around twice, 1, 2, and then tie a knot. And that holds it in place nice and tight. She has little feet. Now you can take this blush 260 and twist it into the pinch twist here and put her head on her body. And you can just adjust her head however you like. So if you want to be done, you can be done. Man, she has really long arms. Or you can put a jack-o'-lantern in her hands. If you want to put a jack-o'-lantern in her hands, grab your orange 350 and inflate it so you have up to 8 fingers of bubble inflated balloon here. You don't need much. Grab your green 260 scrap and you want to tie it onto the nozzle of the orange 350 like so. Now you're going to do a tulip twist. You're going to take this finger and you're going to push the knot inside the balloon to about how far you want the jack-o'-lantern. I'm going about here. I'm going to grab the knot with this hand while it's still inside the balloon, and then I'm going to use these fingers to push the balloon away while I pull this finger out. If you lose some of your bubble, you just squish this in to get the air back in. My pumpkin's a little tall. Oh well. Make a twist, then get rid of some of this air. And tie a knot right above the knot that's inside the balloon to hold that in place. So that's what you have. I squished mine to make it a little more round. Now you just take this tail and you wrap it into the 2 pinch twists. And that's the witch. All right, time for some artwork. If you want to do some artwork, I use a black Sharpie and a white Sharpie paint pen. Okay, we'll start with the jack-o'-lantern. So you're just going to take your black Sharpie, and if you're smarter, you'll probably do the artwork on the jack-o'-lantern prior to attaching it to her hands. You just want to do a triangle for the eyes. And then a smile with a tooth on top. Bring it back. 2 teeth on the bottom. Color that in. There's the jack-o'-lantern. Now for the artwork on her face. Okay, so you just want to make a line like that, and then sort of a U and a circle, and color that in. Do that for the other eye. Very basic smile, eyebrow, you don't really need the white Sharpie, but if you want to just give it that extra little bit, then you take your white Sharpie and you fill in these circles here. So that's how you make the witch balloon. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. I do release videos on a regular basis, so you can leave me a comment below. Or you can check me out on Facebook, Instagram, or my website, Balloon Animals Palm Beach. Thanks.